Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so very much for watching. I am nervous about today's video. I just got chills, but I think it's gonna be really good. I'm proud to make this video, and I'm excited. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. Today's video, clearly by the title, is gonna be really all about anxiety, my dealings with anxiety over time. If you have not already subscribed, please be sure to do so. We are very, very close to 200,000 and I'm super excited about that. So if you want more girl talk videos or videos on like important real subjects, give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you like this type of content. And yeah, let's get into it. So right off the bat, anxiety is something that I personally struggle with. It is something I've struggled with for a very long time in my life, and something that I still to this very day struggle with. I do believe that everyone has their own battles that they face, whether that be depression, anxiety, addiction, whatever that may be. I think that everyone has their own things that they really struggle with, and mine personally, I believe, is anxiety. I think that anxiety for me really started in high school, my junior year. I'm sure that there was earlier like signs and whatever, but junior year physics was when I really started to deal with anxiety on a very, very real level. I would get so anxious. For some reason, physics just did not make sense in my mind. I like genuinely struggled with the class. I always performed very, very well in school. I graduated college summa cum laude, very proud of myself. I definitely always did well in school. However, when it came to physics, it rocked my world. And I just became very, very anxious about it. I would study for like just an obscene amount of time. I mean, we were in high school, it wasn't that serious. And I would just be very, very, very anxious. I failed my first physics test, which really like escalated it, to say the least. I think that was like, I don't know, it just kind of spiraled out of control, and I would just be very, very stressed to go to that class, very anxious before tests, and it spiraled to all aspects of my life, and I became a very anxiety-ridden individual. For me, there was a very clear point where my anxiety kind of took on a life of its own, and I remember I was studying for, I believe, my physics midterm, and I did not sleep for 3 days. I could not sleep. I wasn't even stressed about the midterm. It started to be, I would get anxious about falling asleep. So then I would lay in bed and I would just pray that I would fall asleep. Like I said, I didn't sleep for 3 days, and I remember like coming downstairs, this was at my old house, coming down the stairs, going into the kitchen and crying on the island. I don't know why, but I sat on top of the island and just like bawled. And my mom came in and like she did not understand what was going on, and like I didn't know how to express what was going on. Like I didn't understand what was happening, but I just became anxious about everything. And that is when I decided that I needed professional help. My mom went to the doctor's appointment with me because I was under 18 at the time, and I basically told her everything that was going on, and that I could not sleep because I was so anxious about sleeping. I mean, it spiraled into all areas of my life. I think that's really the key, is that it started with physics, then it would move into sleeping, then it would move into math, then it would move into my relationships. It spiraled out of control. And there's many things that led it to spiral out of control. Many things that I could control and many things that I could not control. The doctor decided to prescribe me Lexapro, which is an anxiety medication. I technically take escitalopram still to this day, which is like the non-name brand version of Lexapro. And she prescribed me the lowest dose possible. And a lot of people have very different views on medication. I'm just gonna simply share my views, and you do not have to agree with my views in any way, shape, or form. I think as a Christian, when people struggle with anxiety, depression, addiction, whatever it may be, if you battle anxiety, and started to take medication, I have personally had friends tell me, like, you don't need the medication, all you need is Jesus. And I understand the point that they are making, but I do personally disagree. And once again, if you feel that way, that's completely and totally fine. I believe that there is a chemical imbalance in my brain, and I believe that God made doctors. I believe that God created doctors who then made medication. Like, I don't find anything wrong with me taking medicine, and as long as I'm not abusing it and it's helping me be the best version of myself so that I can then glorify God, I'm personally okay with that. But I do think it's two parts. The medication is not enough. I also have to change my mindset. So for me, I feel as though my mindset is, I'd say it's half and half. It's half medication because there literally is a chemical imbalance in my brain. And then it's also half mindset. And I think if you start each day filled with gratitude, I watched a YouTube video the other day where J-Lo was saying every single morning she starts the day out filled with gratitude. And like, go you, J-Lo. Like, I'm telling you, whether you have the world or you have the just nothing, like if you start your day filled with gratitude, nothing can change that. Nothing can stop it, no matter how much or how little you have. Attitude changes absolutely everything. And if I start each day thankful, if I start each day in prayer, reading my Bible, and if you're not religious, like if you want to start your day out by running to clear your mind, if you want to start your day out by working out to clear your mind, start each day with like a gratitude journal, meditation, whatever that may be for you. I think that that is just as important as the medicine was for me. I think if I were to just be taking the medicine but not really working on my mind and controlling how I think and how I view things, I don't know if that would not be enough for me personally. So I just kind of wanted to share my view on that. Once again, if you disagree, that's completely fine. If you think I shouldn't take medicine, if you think like, I don't know, whatever you may think, that's great. Like, I totally respect your opinion, but this is just how I feel. So I did want to share that with you guys. And I want to let you know if you feel like you're struggling with anxiety. I had a lot of people tell me like, you do not need to take medication. All you need is Jesus. All you need to do is pray and you'll be fine. And I don't agree with that. Once again, I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. I believe God made doctors. God made the people to become doctors, to prescribe medication to help me, and I don't find anything wrong with that. I think God is just as much a part of science as anything else. So I am all for it. Of course, as long as you are using medication properly and not abusing it, etc., etc. Now, as I started to get better, I stopped seeing the psychologist. I would just see her like occasionally to check in on the medication, get a refill, etc. But it wasn't like I was going weekly to see a psychologist. I started to like even out, feel good, and kind of just really get my life back in control and be my happy, normal self again. Over the years, it's so embarrassing and so weird. Something that I really struggle with is taking my medication. It's like so embarrassing and weird to say. I'm like crying right now. All right. I did not expect to get emotional. I wore mascara because I didn't think I would get emotional. It's fine, we're fine. Okay, so once again, I really struggle with taking my medicine. I would say that I have been doing the best I ever have been in my entire life this year, taking my medicine consistently. It's kind of an odd thing where, this is so embarrassing. I like don't want to look in your eyes because I don't want you to know that like I struggle with things, which is so stupid. But when I start to feel better, when I take my medicine consistently, I feel amazing. And I then think, okay, I don't need this medicine anymore. I don't want to take this anymore. Like, I feel great. Like, I don't want to take it anymore because I just feel amazing. And so then I stop taking it. And then I start to feel moody and bad and all this jazz. And then I realize I need to start taking it again, clearly. And then I start taking it again. And it's kind of been this never-ending cycle that I've done pretty much all my life that has affected a lot of areas of my life, a lot of relationships. For some reason, it is just something that I have always battled. And I think since dating Daniel, I have done a significantly better job. And even more so recently, I think I realized how greatly it really did affect my relationships and just me in general. And I wanted to be the best version of myself for Daniel. And there was a couple times in the beginning of our relationship where he would say like, are you taking your medication? And like, I had to tell him I wasn't, and it sucked. And I just didn't really want to do that ever again. I wanted to be the best version of myself for him, obviously, most importantly, just for me. And I've been doing really, really, really good, which is awesome. Praise God, and I hope that it continues. It's just something that I struggle with every day. There's like this weird voice in my head that says like, you don't need to take this medicine. And I mean, maybe that's the devil. I believe that the devil is real. I believe that he is tempting us, and maybe he's saying like, you don't need to take it, you know, so that I will get not to be my best self, and then things will kind of fall apart all around me, and I say, not today, Satan, not today, and I take it. I would say that more recently, I kind of slipped into some more anxiety and like just negative mindset in general in my life. I mean, I know nothing has really shown on YouTube, but just more so in my personal life, just having like a little bit more of an anxious mindset and being just not starting each day positive, you know what I'm saying? And like just struggling to get out of bed. That's something that has something that I have struggled with this year. And I want to be the most productive, best version of myself for me and for God and for His glory and for you guys. And so I've been doing better. I've been getting up at reasonable times, and I'm slowly working my way back. Today I got up at 8:45, which was great. I don't know if the getting out of bed thing is like, if it's like an anxiety thing for like starting the day, if it's like a slipping in. I've always heard like a depressing thing of like, if you're depressed, like you can't get out of bed, like things like that. I don't know. I think I just kind of battle those things, and lately I'm like, no. Like I feel like the last couple weeks I've just been like, nope, not today. You know, like I am so blessed. I have such an amazing life. I'm so thankful. And like, I'm not gonna let the things that I struggle with like overcome me and overtake me and ruin me. That would just be so sad, because I have so much love to give and so much joy to bring to the world, and like, no. Once again, not today, Satan. So the next kind of, I guess, thing that I'm struggling with is going to see someone to talk to about these things. So all this to say, this is my story. This is my anxiety story. This is my demon that I battle. And I have no doubt that a lot of you struggle with it as well. And maybe you don't struggle with this. Maybe you struggle with something else. But we all have our own struggles. And I think you know, it's okay to share. I know it's okay to share and admit that you're not perfect and that you have things that you struggle with. I wanted to share this with you guys so that we could know each other on a more personal and close level. This is something that I have struggled with in the past. This is something that I will struggle with in the future. This is just my ongoing battle, and I have picked up tricks and tools and tricks along the way to work through it. And I am just here to say that if this is something that you are personally struggling with, you will get through it. You will. It will happen, and you might not see the end. You might not see the end for days, weeks, months, years, but it will come, and you will come through the other side, and you will have learned so much, just like I have, that I can now share with you guys. I love you guys, and I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me. And if you made it to the end of this video, like, kudos to you, because this is gonna be a long one. So yeah, hope that you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know in the comment sections if you feel comfortable maybe giving me like advice or encouragement or whatever with these things. And if you want to personally share something that you're struggling with, we can all just kind of help each other. And I feel like that's my absolute favorite thing about YouTube. As I watch videos, if like it's not a video where you have to necessarily watch, but you can listen, I will automatically jump to the comments and read them. I want for my comments to be a place of community, a place of love, a place of growth, encouragement, all that jazz. So girl, like, if you could just encourage another woman or a man, whatever, like, just let's fill these comments with love and help people out. I'm gonna stop talking. I love you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.